Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Toughnerdtoys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007. And today we'll be reviewing Marvel Legends Infinite series Thundra. Yeah, I remember seeing Thundra years ago. Well, again, when I was reading comics when I was young. I still read comics now. But when I was young in the 80s, I remember seeing Thundra, and she's like from an alternate universe where like the women rule and like the man population is like 0 to none, and like the women have like the high testosterone levels, superhuman strength, and all that other stuff. I mean, it's good. It's good. It was cool. It was cool. I mean, because I remember, I think she teamed up with She-Hulk a few times and stuff like that, and I think she fought She-Hulk too. But enough about that little like bio on her. You know, the box is a standard box that it always comes in as of recent with the new Marvel Legends figures. And let's see, it has a little picture of female Thor right here. And on the back it says the unbreakable dragon, what's that? The unbreakable dragon fang sword and a heavy steel chain. These heroines bring evil to its knees. All right, and see, that's the female Thor, which I had to go through hell and high water to find her. Marvel's Valkyrie and Thundra, that's the one we're gonna review today. And so down here, of course, you know, we have all the figures within the line, you know, the Iron Man and War Machine, Blizzard, Dr.Strange, Vision, what's her name? Marvel's Valkyrie. I just call her Thor because I think she took the mantle. Again, it's been a while since I've been reading Marvel comics. I jump back and forth. I've been reading a lot of DC and like various independent comics here lately, but I have been keeping up with the new Civil War 2 and Thundra right there. And you know, these are the Build-A-Feast figures, and you know, the figure I'm anticipating to build is what's his name? Hulkbuster Thor. On the pot side, you got a beautiful art. You got beautiful art of Thundra right here. And over here, you've seen the beautiful art right here. You know, because you know it's a standard package. You know, it says Marvel Legends right here, Hasbro logo. Standard blister package, so on and so forth. You know, nothing spectacular, but you know, again, I like the little boxes, the little neat boxes that they put them in now, because I mean, like, you can just grab it up, stack them on top of each other in the bag, and just keep going when you grab it up from your local toy store or whatever the case may be. Or if you're going to keep it on the shelf like this or on the wall, they're very neat. That we're going to go into busting open this figure so you can see how beautiful she is. Let's get the Nerd Killer out. And here we go. We call it the Nerd Buster from now on because I think Nerd Killer is a little bit rough. Just because it made me bleed. I've given it a name. And again, I thank you guys for stopping through. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the support, you know. Okay, and as you can see, let's get a better look at her. Look at her right here. Inside the package. And again, it comes with that massive, I mean massive Hulkbuster piece. And again, this Hulkbuster piece, which appears to be the left arm of the Iron Man Hulkbuster armor. Yeah, this is going to be a joy to put together. When I finally put this baby together, you know, and again, I'm going to put it together in front of you guys so you can see it. It's big. It's big. Like I said before, I would think it's about, I would say it's about, it's about like 5 inches. Let's see. It's about Yeah, like 5 inches. Pretty good. Now let's go into Thundra. Let's put this over here, and again, like, you know, this is the build a piece. The left arm comes inside of the build a piece, inside as a build a piece part for the figure. Put that over here. Let's grab her up, pull her out. What we have here is Thundra. You know what? I like the way. Let me see. She's tall. She's actually taller than some of the other Marvel Legends, the males too. Which is she's that way in the comic book too. You know, she's a big woman. I remember her being a bit more voluptuous, but I mean, and a bit more girthy. I'm not saying like goonish or anything like that. Nothing like, you know, like the Hulk but like a little bit more voluptuous. But they did a good job with her. The hair on her is like, it limits the mobility on her head due to the hair. Yeah, she has a nice build. I mean, like, again, she's taller than the male, so I would say she's about like 7 inches. Let's measure her. I just want to look at her real quick. She has great detail in the face. Yeah, she's about 7 inches. She's about 7 inches. It's great detail in the face. You know, the joints are a little stiff. She doesn't have the double hinged elbow like the rest of them. She's a different body sculpt altogether than the other female Marvel Legends that are out there now. You know, she has double hinge. I like the way one arm is covered up right here and one arm is free. The midsection does not, yeah, well, a little bit. It has a little bit of pivot right here in the midsection. The knees are on a double hinge knee. Her legs, they seem a bit stiff, like they don't want to go forward. I don't want to break weight. Yeah, you got to twist it around. It's limited mobility towards the hip area and the crotch area as far as like moving her leg back and forth. Her ankle is on like hers, yeah, it isn't on the rounded ball joint like the others. It is, but it's limited. Everything's limited on this figure. But all in all, the paint scheme, and I mean the design of the figure, I'm just happy to see a different design. You know, usually they'll just make like, especially with Hasbro, they'll just like give you the same body sculpt and just make it bigger or smaller, just give it a different paint scheme or something like that. But it's pretty good. I mean, again, you got to move this around. You have to move this joint part around right here if you want to bend her leg forward. Because if you do, you might break it because it's not on the same ball hinge that the other ones are. And you know, they did a nice bosom design on her. Everything is nice. Across the back, I would have preferred if it was like a little bit more detailed, or like put like a plastic right here instead of the paint. But it's not bad, you know. She's a pretty good figure. I like the color scheme on it. I love her feet. Her feet aren't the standard slipper or whatever the heck they've been putting on these the male figures or whatever. Her hair is pretty. It's made out of that soft, pliable vinyl, but it's no, I wouldn't even say it's like pliable vinyl. It's hard. It's very hard. It's just as hard as the figure, if not harder. And she has a little tiara right here, or headband, or whatever you want to call it. She's a pretty good figure, and the belt is loose. I always like to see my figures with like a belt that's kind of like loose to make it seem like, you know, add a little realism to them. Or her, rather. She has a nice little lightning strikes down the side of her leg. And again, I like the height on this figure. I love the fact that she's tall, you know? Nice figure, very nice figure. Little paint scheme going on. There's not a lot of bad bleeding on this figure. Not that I can see. I'm looking at it real good. Again, when I pull these figures out, this is the first time I'm seeing it right along with you. Yeah, her paint scheme is pretty good. I mean, and her face is cute. It's cute for what they're trying to do. If you can see it right here. But all in all, I think she's a pretty decent figure. She doesn't come, oh wait, she comes with a ball and chain too. How could I forget that? Ball and chain fits into the, I think it can fit in either hand. I'm gonna put it in this one. So yeah, she can swing it and... Yeah, but this right here, the only thing that's a deal breaker with this figure is this area right in here, where you can't really like bend her legs up and down. You can just basically like Yeah, you see, you have to twist it towards that area and then twist it this way if you're gonna do like a little mobility pose or something like that. I think she stands up pretty decent. I like her. Yeah, she stands up pretty good. And I mean, like, without that much help either. See? I mean, you could, it's a corny pose she's in. I got her in right now, but you know, it goes to show, like, some figures, when you try to stand them up with a weapon in their hand, they just fall back and they just won't stand up. No, she's pretty good. Why don't you get a little, you know, one more look at her? Check her out. And again, she's taller than the other Marvel Legends, so I mean, she fits right in scale for the character that she's supposed to represent. And again, you know, I want to thank you guys again for tuning into the channel, for all the support, you know, and any little donation you give, it really goes far, because I mean, like, you know, I'm starting out again, you know, and it, you know, it costs a lot to grab up these figures, but I love grabbing them up and I love doing the reviews, also the game reviews, and you know, I'm still giving away giveaways. And like a portion of the proceeds go to various charities. Like I give some time to the Cancer Society, diabetes, women's homeless shelters, so on and so forth. But you know, I know what it is to be sick, and I know what it is to be without, and so on and so forth. So there we go, you know. And with that being said, excuse me. With that being said, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe here on YouTube, and share this video. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and finally Twitch for more end-of-the dialogue, news, reviews, and gameplay. Finally, don't forget to hit the donate button, as any little bit counts and is greatly appreciated. Not to mention, a portion of the proceeds go to various charities. I'm Uncle Nerd, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget, if you buy a toy, bust it open. See you soon. You keep talking to me like that, I'll punch you in the